And at one moment is very big dynamic with the talking about the two or three cultures. Gypsy, Roma, look at this is Roma Museum of the Sinti Roma of Tarnów. The little town east from Krakow, 70 kilometers drive. And opposite side, the hotel that I got the pleasure to stay, Hotel Bristol with casino, Win Casino. Empty to the entrance to the Win Casino for free, but they're playing for gambling. Gambling gets cost a little. The stay cost only $69 per night, 250 zlotys. The 4-star hotel, Hotel Bristol and Win Casino in Tarnów. You know, there's not Krakow. The prices are not so salty like a Krakow. But that building, my dear followers, was the place of Ataman Petlura, a Ukrainian leader that in the First World War they saw that Ukraine should be with Poland, but only West Ukraine. They get such coalition, and together with Piłsudski fighting with, we say Russians, so, okay, yes. And have a look, here is the proof that I said in the Win Casino. And here that is such the inscription. The house was in 1920-22 the headquarters of the Republic of the future Ukraine. Ataman Petlura, the leader of the Ukrainian forces, and you see coat of arms, the fork. Hello, Catherine. Hello, you are first. And please don't switch the channel. Stay to the end. Please appreciate with any supporting. You know, today I got a very hard sightseeing and driving, and I am just after work, and with my heart I try to tell you some hints around the town that is not very touristic. That is such like 100,000 citizens of Tarnów, and we don't see the crowd of tourism like in Krakow. That is the place out of beaten tracks, you would say, only. But because of the interesting Jewish and Islamic matters, they would be interested, the point of interest. And let me show the most interesting. The life walk takes about a half hour, don't worry. You see the people, I say, a group of 50,000 we got about the Sinti Roma in Poland, but mainly they are Catholic, and they are such. They welcome my sponsors. Welcome. You could be member of the channel and support my effort to talk. Look at this now. I tried the 3 times start this such live stream. They're crazy. You see, always is the Żabka shops like a 7-Elevens. They open 24/7 almost in Poland. And have a look. Opposite side, the very spooky, like a ghost house. That is connecting with Galicia massacre. Local farmers around, they didn't like Polish noble people, and in one night they killed a lot of them. There's over 300 elite of Poland were killed. They were decapitated, and here there was the long queue with farmers. They got the gain from Austrian authorities. That was, you know, any special assassination on the organized with the hands, with Polish hands, in the time of serfdom. Serfdom was abolished very, very late. And have a look what is in front of me. I don't have gimbal, that's why you see the tram line. The tram started at the beginning of 20th century, and they slowly was switched with buses. That's why buses. That's why it's only historical tram, red tram. And look at this. Here is the tram line on the place that I started, Hotel Bristol and 4-star hotel, and the tram line went there. But they now, what is now in the such tram? In 2012, switch it. You see very non-touristic atmosphere. You see completely only locals and Tarnów. Tarnovia. That is the such place for the such cafe and postcards. That is the such interesting red tram from Tarnov. That is let's be still more and more people. Please then is, you know, I try make especially for you horizontal, because, you know, you said you see much wider whole spectrum of the city. That's why without gimbal, we're taking experiment with live stream just from the hand. That is such in the hand, I keeping and talking. Let's go to the beautiful Rynek. But at the first we flying close the moon. That is that architecture is like a even little Vienna, I would say. It's very picturesque flat. In the weekend is no problem, no parking for paying for parking. A lot of youth Tarnovians preparing for discos around the Hotel Bristol. There are a lot of discos. That's why everything is going on. Boutiques, the locals, as I say, much more non-touristic, but the local, simple local Tarnovians around us. And in one moment, we're walking through the passage that we see the moon. We see the moon. That is such interesting part. Yes, and look at this on the perspective of Krakowska Street, Krakow Street. That is the most beautiful street. Hello, Peter. There's a such. Thank you for sharing. Please, my friends, if you don't tipping, but please, the tipping is excellent, but if you could share the information about your friends, that is essential, because 7 people on the live stream, especially exotic live stream, and still publicity is very little. People are not informed about the live stream, and I would appreciate if you do something and share among your first friends. We're walking through the passage of famous architect and donor of the Tarnów, Tadeusz Tertila. The surname sounded Hungarian, but look at this, walking in. We are insiders. Look at this, insiders going inside, and we see the moon. Now I could feel like a prince, a little prince. Look at this, over there is the moon. That is interesting arrangement of the cafe, handmade pasta. Everything is such very fresh, I suppose, because of the observing the moving of the faces and jaws. That was such tasty food. And look at this other perspective. But you see, not crowded like a Krakow, and above me the moon. That is the most beautiful arrangement of the. Look at this from that perspective. Is fun, isn't it? Do you like it? If not, switch the channel, switch to other attractive places. But in one moment you'll be regret, because now is coming, you see the eagle and the most beautiful Rynek with town hall. And there's some people sitting in the beer houses, beer gardens, like in Krakow. But the Renaissance town hall is the master. See, in one moment we're getting to Jewish part. Don't worry. I promise that we taking Jewish matters and Islamic matters. But that here see Tadeusz Tertila. You see beautiful mustache of him, and what he did in Tarnow. He did Dworzec, the railway station. He did tram line. He did also the sewers, and he did power station in Tarnow. I'm doing completely independent. I'm not sponsored for any organization, tourist organization. I'm doing completely private. That's why I think you'd appreciate the showing the hints of the town that I was many times, but with groups. And now you got like a free walk around the Tarnow. And have a look here, cathedral. That was the family Tarnowski was buried. That was the private town of Tarnowski family. And that is the recommended nice restaurant, so-called Szczęście, so-called over there. That means the luck. According to the rules, I cannot go closer to the faces. And we see the town hall of Tarnow, the pearl of architecture. Beautiful. You see even ghost mask at the top. And then we see the Renaissance houses of the former Jewish merchants. You see on that side is now museum with sgraffito. And soon we're getting pure Jewish matters. Please share information about your friends. Very appreciate your support. But you got at the moment excellent, because it's the signal from the tower. And we're going round. You see even symbol of the merchants from Venice, Anno Domini 1565, and the symbol of Griffon, that is such from Venice and Nepal. Yes, today the people dress in the beautiful clothes, everything, you know, clothes make people. That is the little town, not the big town. The hipster style is not so popular like in Krakow, like me, because sometimes say, oh, you look unclean and like a hipster. Okay, but now is getting full serious matters. It's the ulica Żydowska, Jewish street. You see, Żydowska is the word from the French Židov, and here's the commemorating place of ghetto, and then we got into the history, because now is the hard to find the Jewish presence in Tarnow. Any organization supporting matters of the refugees, also they making something, but generally those before war was the flourishing Jewish life. Now it's only for tourists. Pilgrimage they came, and we getting to place that first transport to Auschwitz started. That's very important. You see the such beautiful narrow street. Hello, Krzysztof. As I think you managed to share that information. Still very little people. As always, if I always wanted to show the culture, is there like a shit nothing. 8 people or so. You putting any, you know, hip hop show, that was the hundreds of people. That is the still culture is at the bottom of the YouTube. And look at this Star of David. I tell you some secret. If you see Star of David, it's exactly there are even numbers of the hour. You have the clock, like a 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5. So that's 12, tak, yes. That was such making even numbers as the 2 o'clock, sorry. That is the 4, 6, 8, and of course 10 o'clock. That is interesting, even numbers. Got some doggies. One moment we see closer Bima. Oh, that's so friendly. Look at this. That is such. Choo. Oh, beautiful. Great. And have a look. There's we getting. Oh, sorry. It's so friendly. Great. No, to jest the big attraction. There's a sound of the plat. How is that called? Jak się nazywa? Shogun. That's the Shogun. Okay, Shogun will be, sorry if they don't mind, will be Shogun. And the second one, the just was so friendly. That's a szafka. That's a perfect. That's nice accent. And have a look. We got the menorah, and this is such like a symbol of the righteous among nations, people that save Jews, Poles. And if you're getting closer, we've got the beaten heart. Listen to now. Look at this there. Yes, okay, you see that? Can you hear the sound? And from that point, you see the Bima, the place from the old synagogue. Hitler Germans destroyed it, and that is such the only Bima, the art of Tribune. This is the symbol of the Tarnow. And the such menorah with names of Poles that save Jews. The square is the court of the old synagogue. And we got the Shogun that is very active. Great. The Shogun is great. So friendly. And second one, how is it called? Jak się nazywa drugi? Suzy and Shogun. That is very nice. Okay. Maybe you got a higher viewership on YouTube. Okay, thank you. But we're getting to the matters, przepraszam. Okay, we're getting to the photos that I show you. Interesting photos that showing the old Jewish life in Tarnow. You see Jews in Tarnow, like here, sitting in the town hall 1930. There's old Jewish cemetery, Kirkut. That is also the of the family Hollander Waxman commemorating. That is the such part is interesting. And we got also with Streimel and Jews. The selling of the soda water. There was such big poverty. The selling the soda water. And then the prayer. Thank you, Everka, as such. The prayer in front of the Orthodox Jews in front. But look at this, the first deportation of Jews to the Bełżec, to the death camp in the east. That is the rare photo showing 1942, the final solution of the Jewish question. And how the look, the foreign synagogue, how look. That is, you see, here is the old synagogue and destroyed Bima during the Holocaust. Look at this, the new synagogue burned by Germans and they're staying on in. And that is the new synagogue of the such dome. Look at this, the beautiful, there's a such decoration. We see that new synagogue, but without such dome soon. You see what is now organized in Tarnow for the such place. Okay, and have a look, Bima, always attracting that part, and the square of the old synagogue, so-called. Here's even little showing the size of the old synagogue. Okay, still 4 people, I don't know, but the still sharing is the not active, is still, I would say, even inactivity on the action of the live stream. Okay, let's go. Behind me the Bima. I announced the live stream early morning, but it's the shit nothing, nothing. Okay. Okay, here there could be any shouting. Now they got the Islamic motif. Here's the defense wall of Tarnow and the Bima over there. And hero of Poland and Hungary, and would say even from Turkey. As any action of the police and ambulance. But have a look, here is the mural depicting Polish-Hungarian hero Joseph Bem. Have a look, General Joseph Bem. He decided to convert to Islam. He's on the forint, on the Hungarian currency. And he was born in Tarnow, and why he decided to convert to Islam? He was fighting against Russia together with Hungarians, but it was the search not successful, and decided to convert to Islam because of the going together with Turkey against Russia, because they thought the Turkey continuing war against Russia, but was nothing. That was the 19th century on the politic, and he was killed in action in Aleppo in Syria. That's why it's then his remains were taken to Tarnow in 1926. I show you the place that the hero was relocated. That's why we going to the such matters on the part. That's why I have a look here. Such the part. We're going to the such synagogue. Any serious action anywhere? Okay, as you see, I risk my life to make the live stream. It's not like a Krakow that you could freely walk. I think you appreciate the such risk of life. That's why that is only the little town, and that is such the. Okay, but I want to show you especially in the such time, live streaming is dangerous in the little towns. That's why, but look at this, in front of me is the former Jubileum synagogue, and mikveh, the bathhouse, was also situated. But then I want to show you things that I show my groups from American visitors or Israelis. Oh, that's such, okay. Only 2 people in the house. I don't know what's going on. Why there's such small amount of people? Only 2. But better 2 than nothing. But I'm still continuing talking to 2 people. Okay. Have a look. Here is the first transport to Auschwitz of the mainly Polish prisoners. 728 were gathered here, and in person I know one person, Mr. Tendera, Tadeusz Tendera. There was the fighting with the word Oświęcim. He said Auschwitz was the museum, the place of concentration camp, and Oświęcim is the city that people live. And I was teacher of him. There was the coaching of German. And look at this. Here is the such gathering them, the close photo. Tarnow, 14 June 1940. Tarnow, there was the bathhouse square annuity, so-called historical photo of 728 Polish political prisoners sent to the German concentration camp Auschwitz. Okay, that is a such thing. Okay, now the only one person in the life. That is the like a telephone cell, telephone place. But then inside you got the names of 728 Poles sending to Auschwitz. Among them is the Tendera. This is such. That is the like me the find the. Oh, Tondera, Tondera Stanisław, that is such. Tondera Stanisław, 655 number. That's why it's the numbers of the, they got the in Auschwitz first transport to concentration camp, plus Auschwitz, that is such thing. Okay, but then now we're taking stroll around the small town. What is getting now? What's changed the place now? There's like a restaurant, Old Bath, but it's out of service. And have a look here, the Tarnow, 14 June 1940, first transport to Auschwitz monument. From that place, they started first transport to concentration camp Auschwitz. You got the word Auschwitz here, that is such the part. And the symbol of Polish prisoners. Political prisoners got the red wedge with letter P as the Poland. If those from Italy was letter I, for instance. Germany D. And that was also the disco there. They organized even Norma, hello, hola, because it's the I don't know what's going on. So only few people on the live. I always, if I putting on the high cultural level lives, I announce that live early morning, and we doing Jewish Islamic matters. The town that got the two cultures. There's a Islamic hero from Hungary, General Bem, and the Jewish quarter that I walking now with the chance to see the former Jubileum synagogue. There was the beautiful dome on the head, and now in communists organized their disco, things like that, like mocking about the former culture. I don't know if there's such still going on, but it's now the time about the 7 p.m. in Poland. Is getting slowly darkness. That's why I want to get the mausoleum that General Bem, the Polish general that fighting for freedom of Hungary, and he decided to convert to Islam, and he became Islamic, person. Very unexpected decision. Tarnów got also Roma people. That you see some people with a little dark complexion, and I think you staying with me. You trust that I'm showing the proper content, not blah blah blah. Talking and swearing like majority of the YouTubers. I try always to show something for you, especially after hard work, because now is the high season. The guides don't have power to talk after guiding groups, and I find the time for you about the half hour. I got the crazy idea of the mixing Jewish Islamic Tarnów town, about the 100 townspeople. They were walking the street Bożnic. Bożnica is in Polish synagogue. That was the street of synagogues. That's why later you could watch that part. But I'm looking for the park with mausoleum of Joseph Bem, Islamic. You got a beautiful sunset. The temperature now is the crazy, plus 30 degrees Celsius. It's like more than I think 60 Fahrenheit. The counting. That's why it's such the very hot evening in Tarnow. We should cross the street of Goldhammer Street. It was the rich family before war. About the Jews, they left only history, the rich history of the population, the Jews, they're getting here 45% in Tarnow. 45%. Yes, and now we're going in safety on the pavement. And expecting your questions, of course. If you got the questions of the matter, I do the tour with the Jewish heritage also in that region. East from here there were two Nazi Germany death camps, Bełżec, Sobibór. And for instance in Bełżec the Germans they killed only over 600,000 only Jews, for instance. Tomorrow I'm going with my American visitors to Ulm Museum. They are the Polish righteous that family that saved Jews at home. The place was someone from the police denounced from Mr. Lesch, and the group of police they killed all of them. But interesting, the most important thing, even after denouncing, the people still keeping Jews in the houses. This is the crazy system of the streets in Tarnów, because I cannot cross normally that street. That is the problem. There is the Goldhammer Street, Goldhammer, and I wish to go. We have to go underground, and that's the problem. I had the plan. Okay, I think you're staying with the connection, but maybe for one moment the connection is broken because I try to run through the passage and we're getting connection again after that. We're walking and finding. I think you're still in the connection. That's so crazy. Okay, let's go. That is the Goldhammer Street, Tarnów. And we're looking for mausoleum of General Bem. I wasn't there. That is the far away from the city center. The groups, they don't have interest to look there. That's why it's like an exploring tour with me. And I think we find the that part. It's the spook, yes, darkness. We're saving energy and the lamps turning later. I think it's not causing high criminal matters, because in the such darkness, live stream is also on one hand like a creepy tour. You got like a creepy tour with me. Look at this, there's on the other side the school and the ads on it. Okay. But I think it's easier with gimbal to do the tours. Gimbal much better. You've got a little shaky view. Okay, but that is the question, where is the park with the mausoleum of Joseph Bem? I said the general that in the half of 19th century supported Hungary in the independence war against the Russian Tsar, and then he decided to be converted person. They came to Islam and fighting again for freedom of Turkey. And he was killed in battle by Aleppo in Syria. But his remains were taken to Tarnów, to Poland. And President Mościcki buried him in the park Strzelecki, Polish tongue twister. And it's not prepared live stream. I'm staying in the Hotel Bristol at the moment, and just I going to the completely forgotten place, out of beaten tracks, mausoleum of Joseph Bem, Polish, Hungarian, and Turkey national hero. That is the essential thing. What is the such huge block? Was there any like a gym, like a huge gym? What is this there? But we asking about the General Bem, local people maybe. Przepraszam bardzo, czy pomnik tego Bema tam w tym parku strzeleckim, nie wiedzą, okej, sorry. Przepraszam, pomnik Bema, państwo się orientują, pomnik Bema, właśnie, chyba przeszedłem, jeszcze prosto, tą ulicą, tak, dziękuję ślicznie w takim razie, super. Oh, thank you, this is only, you could ask only local people from the place. The foreigners, they completely don't know, it's out of center. And it's the pity because the monument of him is there. I think they make like a substitute and put his monument over there. And the proper monument is out of beaten tracks. But it's very important, I think, this getting over zebra here. That is the most important to get over zebra because we don't have, okay, thank you. Okay, let's go. And if you're looking, that is the high school in Tarnow. Recruitation for the school you could get. Could you write me the orientating point how to get to mausoleum? Square of Bem, thank you. It's nice mural on that house. Look at this, the beautiful house over there. And that is the question, if you going, what is this here? This is General Technical School. Goldhammer Street, still Goldhammer, look at this. A famous family. Goldhammer, Street Goldhammer. Przepraszam bardzo, Park Strzelecki, nie słyszę, she doesn't listen to me. You look at this, the people now, they got the headsets and they empty free and you cannot ask anyone about the way. They are in their own world. I think you are not... Yes, I see. Could you write the proper, how should I get? I go in Goldhammer Street, Ewelka, please of help, helping. Then we got the Brodzińskiego, but I see that the park in front of me. And the park, I know that is the park that at the end is the mausoleum. Brodzińskiego Street, yes, Brodzińskiego, okay. But you know, that is in the place that devil and... Fox, they say bye-bye. That is completely, you see the completely empty little town, Tarnow, but almost no people, no tourism. Some people going to any discos. I feeling that is I'm going proper way. We got any studio for kitchenware. Okay. Okay, just still hoping. Thank you for information, friends. Please, you are also you are moderator, my Vilma. That is, I putting, if it's the feasible, I would put you in the top on my live stream. But I'm making any crazy idea, making permanent live stream looking for the mausoleum of General Bem. But where is it? That is the question. That is the... say like only old people maybe that know that where is that place. That is such the... But they're pointing that direction and we see the nice wooden house on that part. Yes. Yes, but please tell me how should I go? I going the next street was the Brodzińskiego and any park I see on the left side, but which street is here? There was the parallel Goldhammer, but we getting unexpected beautiful house made of wood. Look at this over there. That is a nice house. Oh my God. I think it's any shortcut to the park. We got like a looking. Przepraszam, park Strzelecki z mauzoleum, może tam przejść bardziej? To przejdę tutaj zaraz w lewo. O, dziękuję Ci w takim razie, fajnie, dzięki. But there's out of beaten tracks, but you see the friendly people, the most important thing. Everything is the bullshit. You could get the beautiful architecture like Louvre, but you've got the arrogant people that don't help you if you need help. It needs make the friends indeed. Then is the bullshit. That's why big bravissimo for the Tarnow people, very friendly. That couple, but the first group that's also the member of the, I think, ambulance group. That was also any doctor that helped me also to show the way. That's why, you know, friends in need is the friends indeed. That in such situation you could recognize is you are lucky that you know where is it. Because the people always, everyone is in hurry, you know, everyone. People always they running to eat something, to watch something, swimming, etc., etc. But it's important helping. Only few seconds, 3-4 seconds tell over there is the place that we're looking. Please keep finger crossed. In one moment we're getting mausoleum of Joseph Bem, Polish, Hungarian and Turkey hero. Is on the forint, on the Hungarian currency. And I see edge of the park, and I hope that is the mausoleum. This is just on the edge. I got there in my head. Oh, it's just in front of me. Look at this. Yes, the pure exploring here. Not the person walking over zebra, but walking without watching. But look at this. The mausoleum is in front of me. Ha! That was the most fascinating tour. Thank you guys that you're still with me. 5 people still trust that you didn't switch the channel. And look at this, we're entering Mausoleum Park Strzelecki and Mausoleum of Joseph Bem, Polish, Hungarian and Turkey national hero. You're staying with me to the end, and that is the congratulations for you. It's about the 37 live stream. And look at this, that is the price. For me, it's my impression like in Warsaw. That is the beautiful Warsaw Łazienki Park, you know, baths. That is the beautiful, that is the impression of the such illuminated colors, and that is such the mausoleum of him. They took his skull, you know, from the place that he was buried at first, because at first Hungarian they had him. And they make the little reconstructed from any substance that is of his skull, and his bones, like osses, were buried here. Look at this, the most beautiful magic place. Someone said Tarnów, nothing, no touristic. But look at this, and the such beautiful columns, and the mausoleum. It's mean the remains of the Joseph Bem, Polish, Hungarian and Turkey hero. That's why you see like 3 columns, because the three columns symbolizing 3 countries: Poland, Hungary and Turkey. You know, history, nothing changed. The old coalition still staying the same. I don't want to say names of countries, and then because you know everything is the political correctness. But look at this, at that interesting monument. That is the like a resume of our tour. The old friends always the same. They're staying always in the same composition. The mausoleum of Joseph Bem at the end, Islamic accent. We started walking at the Hotel Bristol, vis-a-vis Roma Gypsy Museum, Gypsy culture in Tarnow. Then Jewish culture, very rich, and Islamic accent at the end, the General Joseph Bem. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end and watching with ads, because ads, they're giving little profit for me. Thank you for watching fully again that live stream with ads. All the best. Thank you very much. Bye-bye, and see you again. Auf Wiedersehen.